Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another stream of Plane Shift. Hello, hello. Hello. Good evening. Still setting up a few things, but pretty much ready. Pretty much ready. Pretty much. One second, what the hell? Okay. Fine. Fine. I was opening something, but okay. No, it should be good, huh? We have everything? Yeah, we have everything. We have the little boys. Yes, we have that. We have that. So, we have a new release out. In case you didn't see. Release is 0737. The major building part of it is the observatory, which has 4 different aisles. One dedicated to just the entrance, another is the library, another is the dormitory, another is the kitchen. And this building has 2 floors on the outside, on the lower part. And so those aisles have 2 floors, and then there is a central structure where you can basically walk up and reach the main telescope, which is located here at the top in this dome-shaped building. And by the way, this building is rotating, so you can go there and activate it if you want. You can actually activate it. So in this release, the observatory is probably the biggest change. We also have a change to the camera lag, so I added an option that was requested to have the camera lag setting in the options. So you can, if you go under controls, you can see a camera lag setting slider. If you move it all to the left, basically your mouse will directly drive the camera. If you move it all to the right, there will be quite a delay before the camera catches up with your movement. I think you can leave it middle left, something like that, like 1/3 maybe, and that's good. Other thing, we added a bunch of new items. At the moment, these items are pretty much used on the observatory level area, but in the future we want to use them also for player housing, player guild houses and such. We finally have the voiceovers of Xiosia, and so I added Xiosia in, which is actually appearing through a stone tablet and speaking to you. And one fun feature, it actually was created fairly quick, but it seems to work well, is the integration with the Discord channel. So with this, basically, we can integrate. 2 the help channel that is in game with the Discord server help channel as well, so that whenever someone types something in the help channel in game is also visible in Discord, which is pretty cool. So if someone is asking for help and other players see him, maybe they will connect in game and help. I don't know, that could be one way. Or it can just be used as a log for events, like game masters can put sorry, I'll be sleepy. I can put information on an event that is coming up, you know, or like yesterday we had the dev meeting in game, and which is basically a public event where player can connect and ask questions to the devs, and yeah, we announced it also through that functionality, so it was visible in Discord as well. Now we can expand it more. We could have in theory some player stats or some special events, people leveling up. I don't know. I mean, we could do stuff right now. I don't know if it's really needed, but I think it's a nice functionality. I think it's a nice functionality. I really like it. And I was investigating a bit bi-directional hooks. I understood that there are what is called outgoing hooks, outgoing webhooks. This one, which should be that we should allow the other direction. So basically from Discord to the server, right? But I don't understand exactly how they may work. I think I need for sure I need a Apache running on that machine and receiving messages and then somehow sending it to Unreal, but it's not something that I can easily. I mean, we can investigate a bit, but so I don't know if there is an Unreal web integration, meaning that you can call a URL inside. I mean yep, so that Unreal. I mean, I don't want to open a website in Unreal. I want from a website. You know, I want an Unreal webhook. Actually, this is what I think. What I want. No, I want to. Yeah, something. I don't know how it's called in. Wait a second. I am wondering how to control in-game events via JavaScript by the browser to an HTML5 build. Very simple example: be a React component, blah blah blah. I would talk because this is okay. This is if you did the application. I mean, the application is running in the browser, right? But Varest? What is Varest? I never heard about this. Blueprintable JSON object wrapper, MMO file support, blah blah blah. Let me recalibrate because my face went GG. Intended platforms. Sign in. It is free. It is free. It is free. Because today I wanted to look at something else, but I have no idea where it's installing it to, but I assume he's installing it to this Unreal Engineer. Wait a second. Wait a second. Yeah, but okay. I want to understand how this works, though. Do they give you the sources or? Is there any explanation of this? Construct JSON object, okay. Set JSON buffer, okay. Set field. Bro, he's always pointing me to the same stuff, so... Okay, I need to read the code, Okay, fine. Fine! It's saying go to our wiki, but our wiki, I mean, is the same place pretty much, so... would be nice, you know, if there was some documentation. Like, what is the difference between the Varest editor and the Varest? I don't know. Maybe it's just what enables the thing in... Just what enables the new object types? 0 comments. I'm always amazed by code with 0 comments, right? How can people produce code without a single comment? So weird. Hello, Hula. PS Music. Ah, yes, we're gonna change it. Thank you. We're gonna change it. Music. Right. Wait. Music. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Okay. Subsystem. HTTP status code. Am I missing something, boys, or what? Why? In const we trust. The fuck. Get world URL. Bro, I don't understand how. What is the subsystem? Is this subsystem? Wait a second. Maybe this subsystem is extending online systems. Is extending U-engine subsystem. Bro, why there is not enough description of how it works? Maybe I'm not looking at it in the right place, but we don't need to call a URL, we need to receive a URL. I think this is not what we need then. Okay. Okay. There is a tutorial, GG.
Of tutorials, well, a couple tutorials already date documentation for the VA REST plugin, the REST API to change the text in this in the default third-person map right here. There's a nice website, Open Weather Map, that has a free API available, and you can go and log in and sign up for an account here if you would like. But they actually also have a couple sample APIs that I'm going to use in this, so you don't even need to sign up for anything. You just need to hop on over to this website, grab the link.
He's doing the other way.
And sprint.
He's doing the other way, boys. The other way we don't care. The other way we do already.
the system object JSON will take.
This is not what we need.
Problems that I'm looking at.
This is okay, but it's not what we need. It's not the original question. The original question is not this.
And I'll be that.
This is not the original question. I mean, this we can do already.
Short tutorial.
This we can do already. So maybe I misread what was the answer to that question, or the guy answered wrongly, because the question was. It will allow you to send data to a server and get callbacks. Ah, yes. No, I read it wrong. Yeah, I read it wrong. It's the other direction. No, it's the other direction. Okay, GG. No, it's not. It's not what I wanted to do. How do I ask to Google if I want to? I think I should ask ChatGPT. I think ChatGPT is so much better. But I logged in already a million times. So can I write in Italian? I don't remember. No, let's write in English. I think it's easier. So I want to call. So I use Unreal Engine for game development. I want to call Unreal Engine to interact with my game from I want to change something in my game by from a website. So the player will enter a string into their website, and that string will be sent to Unreal. Yeah, he's asking me to do what I don't want to do, which is basically to create. But let's see 1 second. So, okay, create a website, have a web server set up to host your website. API endpoint. Create an API endpoint on your web server that listens to post requests. When a player submits a string via the website phone, it's supposed to receive the data. Okay, sending data to Unreal Engine. To communicate between your web server and Unreal Engine, you have several options. HTTP request. Unreal Engine has HTTP request capability that allow you to send data to your web server. No, I want the opposite. No, I don't think he's understanding. In your blueprint script, stop speaking. In your blueprint script, add an event node that listens for HTTP request. You can do this by using on HTTP request received. There is a non-HTTP request received in Unreal. No, I don't think so. I think this ChatGPT is inventing stuff. Bro, I need to receive, not to send. Why everyone is speaking about sending? I need to receive. I don't understand how can Unreal listen to an incoming HTTP request. Ah, okay. As of my knowledge, it doesn't have it. So you're speaking about nothing since 1 hour. There's this guy inventing a ChatGPT 3.5 was really inventing stuff. WebSocket, actually WebSocket exists. How to use WebSockets.
Once a WebSocket connection is established, either the client or the server can pass data to the other at any time the connection is still open. For instance, in this demo, none of these clients are connected
Right.
to an Unreal Engine dedicated server. They are all running on separate standalone processes, yet the clients are still able to communicate with each other via a basic Node.js server. And that same server is able to communicate with all of its connected clients on its own volition. If any of this sounds confusing, then don't worry, everything should make more sense as we progress throughout the tutorial.
Use Unreal % Revenue Creator link.
At the time of filming this video, it's not as we can choose to create in our project.
WebSocket test.
After that's done, go ahead and now let's open up our project. And that class is going to be where the WebSocket client configuration is going to be handled. So let's create a new class as we can choose and click create class. Now you don't, when you're connecting to or disconnecting from a server, the game instance will not be destroyed nor recreated. Therefore, in this sample project, a WebSocket connection can theoretically stay alive for as long as the game application is running for, until it quits, which may want, but in a lot of scenarios, this related features that you want to be available for someone regardless of what's standing by. Inside the game instance header file, I want to include the iWebSocket header file because I want to have a public member variable in this class that points to the WebSocket instance that Unreal Engine will use to communicate with a WebSocket server. That variable will be of type tsharePointer with a template argument of iWebSocket and the idea of having till the end function that gets. And after we have declared class name, function, whenever logic to these methods done in the doesn't pack. So in that case, we can load the module using the fmodule manager load module function. After we've ensured that the module is loaded, we can now use the Websockets module singleton to create a new WebSocket and pass in the URL to which the WebSocket server will respond. Very soon in this video, we will be running a simple WebSocket server on localhost on port 8080. Now that we have a WebSocket object, let's create a client connection to the server when the game starts by calling the WebSocket connect method. And let's close the client connection to the server when the game ends, if there is even still a connection.
So this create WebSocket is actually listening? It is?
At this point by calling the web point by core project. Make sure that our project is using the setting specifics. Ahead of time a simple WebSocket server written in Node.js that we're going to download off GitHub and run. So I would recommend that if you don't have Git or Node installed, to pause the video and install in the description. Copy the GitHub repo link, open up command prompt or any command line interpreter, and cd to work git. And after the replies, there will be some new logs. Video we are not going to. Therefore, throughout the video, we will only be examining the server from a black box into the Node.js.
No, it is an external thing, though. So he's running. He's basically running. Why cannot be inside Unreal? He's running an external server, node server, whatever, to act as like the middle point, right, between the three clients, which I understand, but this is exactly what I wanted to avoid. I wanted my server to be the. I mean, what? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. WS server example. What I don't understand is if with this I'm actually creating a listening server in Unreal that is listening on this port or not. In theory, yes, right? I love this documentation. I love this documentation. I mean, okay. Okay. Should we try? I want to understand this because this could be the bidirectional that we were seeking the other day. Right? Now, there is a big problem of authentication, but that's something else, right? Should we try to create a new? What do? I created just a new. Yeah, I think we should do it in new projects. I think it's probably the easiest. Even if in a new project, what do I get? I get game mode initialize at least. Otherwise, we can do it inside our server that is already running and whatever. It takes a bit more to compile, but basically, in game mode, you know, we could do it in game mode. We could have a test. We could. I can do it in any place actually. I can do it. Pretty much anywhere. Let's do a test WebSocket and I don't think we need anything, right? Because it's just the initialization of this boy. So what we are saying is that in the initialization I need I need to include this, right? And this should be in my CPP, I guess. Unless I want to do, right? Cannot open. Cannot open. Because you need WebSockets as a dependency name. Okay. Needs to have WebSockets there because it's in build CS. We will remember to remove it. I don't know. Maybe we'll never remember to remove it. GG. Public or private? Public. We added WebSockets there. So in theory, this will potentially work one day. So what he's saying is that one 127.0.0.1 for now is okay. But why I'm sending this way? No, I don't understand. Well, in theory, I'm also receiving, right? Now the question will be, how do I... Ba-ba-da-bam. Is the music too loud? I think the music is too loud. Music is too loud or not? No, I tone it down a bit. I wanted to work on destructible objects, but then I saw this thing and I was like, hey, maybe we can use it. I wanted to work on destructible objects, but this thing is interesting. Will be very cool to have. Basically, this is the bidirectional communication through chat, right? We were discussing yesterday. Okay, 1 second, I take a drink while it's building. It's building anyway, so what can I do? What can I do? Yeah, probably in a separate project. In a separate project would have been a bit quicker, but fine. So what I want to see is if we create a new open socket listening port. I mean, if you are listening, you know, if you are listening or not. This is what I would like to know. So are we listening then, or what? What is it? Netstats, listen, whatever. What was it? Net, what? Net use, no, not net use. Netstat, what was it? Netstat something? Netstat minus A. Okay. Okay, so my question is, if after we run this and we are in, it's interesting that this gives an error but the build is successful, right? It's kind of interesting. Anyway. Because in theory we create the socket here, right? So what I want to know is, do we actually create a listening port on 3000? Why? Because at the moment there is nothing on 3000, right? There is absolutely nothing on 3000. So my question is, are we listening to that port or no? Are we listening, boys? Hula, there is still your $10 donation that is rotating at the top. The one that you said that is not, that you never did, but it's still there. The one that you said I never did, but it is actually there. Should we load this million things, or can we just go to this place, please? Okay. Boom. Didn't like it. It didn't like it. Why? WebSocket module get is not working. My fake donation. Sadly. Why sadly? I mean, if it's fake, you have the name and you didn't spend any money, so it's a good donation, you know? No. WebSocket module get. It seems that this one is not returning anything. I should do it in construct. Why? I think there is the part that is not working. Ah! Uppercase variables. Ah! Uppercase variables, what? I think that WebSocket module is not working. I think it's not working. I don't know, if it's taking too much time, I think I will skip it, but I think it was a fun idea. Really. Cannot convert from WebSocket module to WebSocket module pointer. Wait. Okay. GG. Is it doing the same thing then or no? Yeah, create WebSocket. I don't understand why Visual Studio cannot get this, but seems it cannot. Yeah, it is null. This WebSocket module get is returning nothing. I don't know why. That is not returning anything. Or because it didn't really include it well, or I don't know. It will work in editor? Oh my god. Load module WebSockets. You have to load it explicitly. Oh shit. You have to load the module explicitly. What the hell? What the hell is going on? Okay. Destructible objects. I will work on destructible objects soon, but I want to test this thing a second because I want to understand it. I want to understand if we can actually receive data, because you know, receiving data from the outside is so interesting. Is so interesting. If we can do it, I just want to test the possibilities. Okay, I'm not really doing anything yet. I'm just trying to understand if like, for example, the Twitch integration, right? Is the Twitch integration using WebSockets or no? We are still null. Fuck. Why? Why? It's still null. Load module WebSockets. I added in my build CS, right? So, and WebSockets. There is something else, boys. I don't know what, but it seems to be something else. Why is not working for me? Also, why Unreal Engine is, or why Visual Studio is complaining that, why is complaining it cannot include anything? It doesn't find this include, why? It doesn't find it, or is not fully specified, or what? I can give it the full thing, but It's just saying include WebSocket module, right? Which is what I did. I guess that is the same, right? Yeah, it's identical. So why doesn't like it? I don't understand. Actually, it doesn't like this, but it likes this. What? It's identical, bro. Oh no, okay, it doesn't like it. It doesn't like it. Because it's not inside a PS Unreal. No, it is. He wants it on the he wants it on the header file, maybe? I don't know, it should be the same. But maybe it's because it has to be before generated. Possible. Your fake donation. So Hula, yesterday, I think it was 2 days ago, I asked you the question about your PC, if you can connect to the game, but you gave me a very weird answer and I didn't understand it. Can you connect to the game with your hardware or no? Why saying cannot open source file? Why cannot open? Why is not working? Why doesn't see it? Why doesn't work? Because game framework is not enough. I mean, I can import the whole thing, but in theory, it's not a good idea, right? I could runtime. I could do this. But the weird thing is, then it compiles, you know, and that is very, very strange. Why doesn't like me? Why doesn't like me in any way, boys? I can't. Okay, you cannot. PT. And also, why it says that, but then it compiles? That's the most weird thing ever. Physics engine, body setup, right? So we go like this. So should I do runtime, whatever? Maybe I should not use runtime. I should just use online WebSockets. Public, without public. I don't know how. I mean, I don't know why it doesn't see it. Why it doesn't work? Why doesn't see this? Why? Why doesn't see it in any possible way? While obviously it is here. Right? Is runtime online website? We included this, so in theory, we should automatically get everything under this, right? We should get this WebSocket module, right? And we should get this iWebSocket. So these two classes should be available to us without any problem. So in theory, it should just be like this, right? Because we have WebSockets in our right. If I open this, right? If I open game mode, even if it's only game framework / game mode, is opening it, right? But it's not opening this. Should I say WebSocket / WebSocket module? No way. Why? Why this works and this doesn't? If I have it in my build, if in my build CS I have the in my build CS I added the dependency, right? WebSockets should not be public, should be private. I don't know. I think it should not make any difference. Because in the target, no, in the target is not in the target. No, it's in build CS. I mean, it's here. It's absolutely here. So in the same way, I included XML parser, right? And I can do XML operations. And when I declare, I think where is it in dictionary? I think it's in dictionary, right? Where we do all the XML stuff. We have the XML node, right? Somewhere here. I think is actually I don't even include it. Interesting. I don't even include it. Wow. I mean, it's for sure is included somewhere. I mean, I'm pretty sure it is. I think it's something like XML parser or yeah, exactly, XML parser. So you see that we just call it this way without anything because we included, right, in the build file, or I need to rebuild, or I need to do a clean build, but bro, a clean build is gonna take forever. But that may be the way, that may be the reason, huh? Because it's not seeing the new module. Basically, it's not seeing the new module. It's not seeing the new module. Fuck it. You know what? I think we do it in a separate project. And so we are good. I think we do it in a separate project because it's faster and whatever. Because otherwise I think I need to recompile everything and let me try. But I want to know in theory the more low way of doing it, like a mini PC and a good video card. I see nobody in line to do it. A mini PC and a good video card. I don't know. I mean, we have a very, very minimal hardware, as I told you. I mean, UAJet is running a PC of 10 years ago, and is using PlaneShift, right? So. What is asking me to change? In theory, it should be like this. In theory, it should be like this. There should be no reason why. I mean, we can do another round. I mean, if you want, Ula, you can ask around, you know, who is using what. But I think that the minimum spec is the one that we put on the website, right? I think we put a minimum spec here, and it was the PC of Uajet. If you go here at the bottom, is this minimum requirement, right? That is the minimum. That is the minimum. If you go to the main site about, the minimum is here with a GeForce GTX 650. So, yeah. So we get our web, okay, so we get our socket game mode, fantastic. So I would just copy stuff here and see if we can... so let me add here Websockets, okay? We will add here Websockets. And then in our game mode, we will add those two includes, this two, right? And then in this, which is the initialization, well, here is it in the constructor, but I think it's okay. In the constructor, we put we put this code, right? Boom. I don't know, I'm still saying that he cannot see it, but it's probably because we never compiled it and is... let me close the other Visual Studio so Unreal doesn't get confused. So if I compile it now, hopefully it doesn't start a full engine rebuild. I hope so. I really hope so, otherwise it will take forever. And we will never be done. Now a mini PC is €100 with little more ton of RAM and speed CPU. I don't know if a mini PC can run it. I have no idea. You should go in a, you know, in a store and say, I want to buy a PC that runs this game. And you download it in the store. In the store you download it, you install it, and you see if it works. Bro, I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell we should do. Why is not getting this WebSockets shit? Why? Maybe because I called this project exactly the same name? Oh my god. Yeah, that was a bad idea, I guess. Okay, GG. Let me do it again. Let me call it test WebSockets and not WebSockets, because WebSocket I think is a bad name. Because it's exactly the name of... I know, I just need a video card for the PC I already have. Aha. Aha. I see. Need a video card. A video card. Okay, let me just be sure that these really WebSockets, yeah, it is WebSockets. Public dependency module names, okay? public dependency module name. I mean, it's here, boys. There is no way. It is here. There is no other place where it should be. It is here. It is there. I don't know if in game mode you cannot do it. Maybe game mode is the wrong place. I don't know. But it seems that cannot get this include. You cannot get this freaking include. You cannot get it. Cannot find it. My post is a reaction to the guy who said he has a super expensive PC. Ah, yes, the guy that said he has like 20k, a 20k PC. Holy. $20k PC. But you see that Visual Studio continues to say no, but then the compilation works. This is what makes me mad. So what the fuck? You see that it actually works. It says compilation succeeded, but then it doesn't do it. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know, we spent a bit of time in GG this tonight. I don't know. I hope it was easier, but it seems that for whatever reason we cannot get the right module, we cannot get the right whatever. Visual Studio is complaining about it. It says succeeded, it continuously, you cannot parse this file. I don't know, I can close it and open it again and see if that helps, but it's not parsing. You see, it's not parsing this. It's not. It's saying it does not exist, but when it compiles, actually it works. Which is super weird. Which is super weird. Bah. Very strange. What? Potentially initialized. Bro. So. One succeeded. One succeeded. Yeah, I don't know why there is not a full example on this, right? There is an exam. Maybe I'm not understanding. Maybe I'm not understanding how it works, and so I am doing something that is impossible. But I don't know. for what I read, it seems that this is doing what we need. So it's basically creating a WebSocket inside your Unreal instance. And that WebSocket is listening to incoming calls, and then we can interact with it as needed, right? But for whatever reason, Visual Studio complains a lot about it, and now we have to compile 5000 shaders. Oh my god, why? Because this project got the test data? Yeah, the sample data. Yeah, I think it's because it got the sample data. Will be at least a minute, huh? Or two. Maybe at least a minute or two. What happened? $2,000 shaders to go. Unreal Slackers just changed name to Unreal Source. Really? Wow. Wow. I don't know, they changed Unreal Slackers to Unreal Source as a new name. There's a bit of a story of why, but I think that what I would like from Unreal Slackers is to be more open, you know, to projects like us. I mean, it's so hard for me to advertise there. Whatever I try to type, they are like saying, no, you are advertising your project, you know, and you cannot do it. So whatever news I post, they are always complaining about it, so which is so weird. Okay, now we have, okay, here it seems it worked though. Let me see. Yeah, here it seems it worked. In the separate project it did something. It seems in a separate project it did something. I don't know if it's because it's in the constructor of the class. Because on the other side, I think we added, yeah, we added in the constructor as well, I think so. But anyway, here it seems that it kind of works. It's still all red in Visual Studio, which is a bit weird, but yeah, I cannot find files, but in reality, it did it. So it actually did it, boys. So now my question is, if we create this WebSocket, right? And I assume that this socket now has, hello, is optimized. Okay, GG. But it seems to be working, right? So now the question is this thing actually listening to it? So did we really create a socket that we are listening to or not? On port 3000, it doesn't look like. Maybe I need to let it run, otherwise it doesn't detect it. That's very possible. Can I say... Can I specify a specific port? No. Display. Cannot filter by one port, bro. Why? Seriously? Really? Okay. Okay, let's try to run it. So now in theory it's connected, right? So the editor we start, this socket is up. So my question is now this socket listening to port 3000 or what? I mean, how do I interact with the socket now? Because if it's really up, there is a socket HTTPS here, but it's a completely different local port. Well, but the local port may be different actually, but... So the question is, right? The question is, if unconnected, right? So unconnected, what? Right. Oops. Maybe connection error is more correct. You know what? I will make all error because at least I'm sure that I'm not filtering these messages for whatever reason. On message string, because the one that we should use is this guy, right? The rest we don't really care. And now it's running in editor mode, but it's okay. I mean, we don't really care that it's running in editor mode. Doom doom down to doom doom to down down doom doom down to doom doom to down down doom doom down to doom doom to down down doom doom down to doom doom to down down doom doom down to doom doom to down down doom doom down to doom doom to down down. Still weird this Visual Studio cannot include files. I don't know why, but it's fine. So do you think that we will get a connection? Do you think we will get a we connected log or no? Error, connection error. Ay, ay, ay. Why error, connection error? No. No. Error, connection error. Error, connection error, boys. Why? We cannot connect. We cannot connect. Why we cannot connect? Connection error. You know why? I think because the game mode is initialized twice and the second one is getting probably port already in use. Yeah, I think that's very possible. I think that is very possible. Because when the editor starts, you know, it's like reloading things a million times. So, let me go here a second. Socket connect failed. Socket connect failed. Socket connect failed. Socket connect failed. Socket connect failed, but we need it on WebSockets, huh? It's just giving an error of socket connection failed, but we don't know why. Dun, 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 dun. Strange. It seems we cannot connect. It seems we cannot connect, boys! Bro, but do we... Localhost? We can try, but I think that the problem is another one. The problem is, I can try localhost. Hello, by the way. But I think the problem is another one. The problem is that I don't understand how this is working. So I think that probably is saying connection refused. Actually, because I don't have a web node. I mean a web socket server running. But my idea was that Unreal was the server running. I don't want to have another server, right, to listen to this and speak with the clients. I would like Unreal to be the... That probably is not possible. I don't know. That probably is not possible. I don't know. Bro, socket is optimized, so I cannot see the variable. How stupid is that? We can try localhost. I mean, I'm trying localhost to see if it's any better, but connection failed. I think the point is that we don't have a server running, right? And so he's trying to connect to something that does not exist. But my idea was that I was the server. I don't want to have another server in between, right? Because what this other guy is saying is that... what was that? Yeah. This simple WebSocket server, right? Simple WebSocket server. The simple WebSocket server. In Python. WS server example. What the hell? I cannot find it. Chris Gong. Okay, see. Yeah, but I think it's like this. I think it's like this. I have the strong feeling that I didn't understand what I was doing. I think I didn't understand what I was doing. So basically what this thing is doing is connecting to another thing. Should we do this? I mean, we can do this. We can do this, what this guy is doing.
CD to wherever that seed though. And
We can... I mean, it's not that I really want it, but fine. I mean, we can... It's not so relevant, but fine. What is this thing called? Server example node something. Oops.
install, then run the sample WebSocket server. Just to note, all the
It's running on which port?
commands used in this video will be server is running in the background listening on port 8080. We can play our game. Server is running in the background listening on port 8080.
Why 8080? Okay. 8080. Fine. But like this, I don't really need it this way. I mean, if now we see connected one, okay, fine. I mean, it's okay, but it is not what I want. Yeah, connected one. So this is not what I wanted. I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's not what I was thinking, you know. So what I wanted was that we have our PS Unreal server, right? And the PS Unreal server is kind of listening, you know, to... It's kind of listening, right? To a port, but it's not. Right? It's not, I wanted it to listen to a port, but it is not. Is connecting to a port, which is annoying. So that is not actually listening. That is connecting to another service, you know, which is that running thingy, which is actually a WebSocket server, which is actually running on 8080 and running on 8080, and so this guy is not listening to it. This guy is connecting to it, right? So this guy connects to this, and so this means that my client, right, or whatever, my other application, which in this case is Discord, but it can be anything, right? Now I don't even know how can I send data to it. Can I? On message string. I think it is. I think whenever I type something. No. It's not. Why you got all this on message string? That's kind of interesting. On message string. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, this is a way, right? So is the Unreal Engine server connecting to a web service and exchanging data bidirectionally, which is nice, but I wanted to drive it through a URL. So I wanted basically to be able to call this guy directly, right, with kind of an HTTP call or something. While what is requesting me is to have another client connect to a web socket and then send information to this guy, which is not too bad. I mean, I'm meaning that I could create a very simple client, which is basically just a console, right? Yeah, just a console where you type stuff, and this is sending the information here, and then is ultimately sending the message to the Unreal server. So actually, this is kind of solving the problem I was having about no console. Now, the cost of this, though, is any way to have an active connection that we are polling every time, even if maybe we don't want to, but yeah, but like this I think is working. Because I think it does connect. Let me just see what messages we get. Because we get some messages, but I understand what we're getting. So we got a message, we connected. No, we got a message. UFB assigned ID, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it's sending me the ID. And then it's sending a binary message, which I don't know what is it. And then it's sending number of connected clients, and then a binary again. Okay, so it's basically spamming the client connection into the pipe, into the socket. Number of connected client 1. So basically we see the same that, so Unreal is reading this thing, right? Is reading this thing. Now yeah, so I assume that if I destroy this, whatever, if I stop this, we get a connection closed, right? But if I restart it, I guess that we will not. Right? Yeah, exactly. If I restart it, the connection will not restart automatically, right? So is like an FTP connection or a telnet connection, right? So is not polling for anything. Is working one time, and then you have to reinitialize it. Now you can do a check, right? You can do a check here and say if blah blah blah, then. Right, but yeah, okay, I see. I understand. I understand. Okay. There is not, I mean, we have an example, which is nice, but it's not what I was hoping for. That is not what I was hoping for. Let me just put a note so that we know what. MPC. np what? npm install, and then node server. Right, so right, so it requires, so the listener in reality is the other guy, but it's fine. I mean, then it's a bidirectional. I understand there is a bidirectional connection, but it's really not what I wanted to do. I mean, it's good because it works, but it's not what we wanted to do, right? What I wanted to do, I wanted to have an HTTP listener, or even a WebSocket listener. But yes, I want this to be a listener. I don't want it to be a guy that I want this to be the server. I don't want this to be the client, right? So why I need so I want Unreal to be the WebSocket server. I don't want Unreal to be the Create a WebSocket server directly in Unreal Engine. Encrypt your WebSocket connection with SSL to ensure sensitive data. WebSocket server for Unreal Engine. Secure WebSocket support. PubSub included. WebSocket server runtime. Number of classes 12. GG! Okay, so this is the one that in theory we may want. Deploy a WebSocket server. Listen for WebSocket clients and respond to their request. Yes, exactly. Now, I think it is nothing else than just, you know, starting. I mean, if I could freaking open this class, no, but I can just go runtime. Can just go source runtime, WebSockets, whatever. Source runtime. What was it? Source runtime online. Online. Source runtime online. WebSockets. We have an HTTP server, by the way. We have an HTTP server, my friends. We have an HTTP server. This is very good, huh? This is very good. right? Hmm. Now you may ask me, right, why you want to do something like this? Well, because I need a way to interact with our server in a simple way, and an HTTP connection is the simplest way I think that I can think of. Now a socket may be simpler, but so basically this guy is doing nothing else than this. Right, so it's getting the HTTP server module, which should be initialized, blah blah blah, okay, and then is getting the HTTP router this way, and here is doing some bindings, and these bindings are health check / health, which is calling health check. Fantastic, 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 fantastic. Health check, blah blah blah. Wait a second though. I need to read at least the request. Yeah, but here I have an HTTP request, so I assume that in this request there is the post, you know, and there is all the information. That is very good. I like it. Yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Here it is. Here it is. It's reading parameters here. It's reading parameters here. It's reading yeah. Yes. Now. I think this is very good. The only question I have, I cannot speak in your Twitch because your chat is verified only. Verified only? No. You sure? I think it's registered only. Verified? I think we had already this question. Are you sure about that? Because I think we disabled that. We disabled this flag some time ago. There was a flag. Maybe they turned it on again. Because there was a flag that by default was verified only, and then we disabled it, I think. And then verified chat verification, email verification. All chatters must have a verified email. Yeah. Yeah, so I can set, you know, I can set the chat verification, the email verification, and I can set the phone verification. I think that the phone verification was on at the beginning, but we disabled it. So you at least need to have a verified email. No, you need to have a verified email. If you don't have a verified email, you cannot speak. I'm sorry. Because otherwise, spam bots will be forever there. No. At least a verified email. Why you don't have a verified email? You should have. It's an email, you can create a fake email at gmail.com. It's an email. Because if I disable it, the spam will be forever. The bots will arrive. The bots will arrive and will eat me alive. The bots will eat me alive. Bro, stop giving your data to the mega corporations. What do you mean? Go to gmail.com and create an email that is called developer123, and that's it. What kind of information are you giving to them? It's just an email. It's not pointing to anyone. It's just an empty email. It's just a way to slow down bots, because the email will require you to at least enter kind of a CAPTCHA code and a verification, and maybe we'll wait few moments, and it's a bit easier to do. And if you try to do it too many times from the same IP, it will stop you. You don't have to put your name or last name or anything. Just create an email that is like a temporary email. I have a bunch of temporary emails. I have emails that I use only to register on websites, and I never opened that email in my life except for verifications, right? I have a bunch of them, and there is one that I use pretty much all the time. It's an email that is just not pointing to anything. Doesn't have my name, doesn't have anything. So, yeah. Okay, so I think that the idea, boys, the idea is this. Right, the first method is Websockets. And it's this thing. Right? The second method is an HTTP server from inside Unreal, which I really like way more. And it seems to be super simple as well. Oh fuck, I think I just closed it. No! Did I close? No! Yeah, I closed it. Is here. I don't understand this. Ah, yes, because this is just this is the name of the project. So it's just initializing the project, and what it's doing in the startup of the module. So is managed as a separate module, And inside the module is just doing web server start, right? And web server start is it's just a simple class, and the simple class is doing, I mean, it's very clean, but it's a bit verbose, right? So I think we can do it simpler than that. So the start is basically only doing this, right? Now I don't yeah, exactly. Now there is a start and a stop. So yeah, I think start and stop is interesting though, because I think we may need to start and stop the server. We may need that. Because maybe we don't want it always running, you know. Well, I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, so we are definitely missing some includes. We are definitely missing some includes. I will complain, but in reality, I think it will work. Port. Now. fwebutil. I don't know if this thing is also. Cannot copy. But it's good, huh? It is good, huh? So. Like, for example, we can have whatever. We can have, I mean, health is just an example, but we can have, you know, commands, you know, URL command and whatever. URL command and this would be our right. Right, obviously we will have to create that, but it's fine. This one will have to have a specific signature though, huh? Because it's only like this. Yeah, probably it's only like this. Needs to be static. Yeah, probably yes. I think he has to. right? So. Yeah. I don't think I want this. I think a simple. Now the stop, yeah, the problem of the stop is that at the moment we don't have a way to stop it, but it's fine. Yeah. I mean, it's okay. I mean, in theory we can, you know, we can redo what we just destroyed, but we could have our start and our end. I mean, I think it probably makes more sense. We have two functions, you know, a start and a stop, and oh, sorry, I forgot a piece. Sorry. Yeah, let's put it outside. I think it's cleaner. Let's put it outside. I think it's cleaner. I think it's just cleaner. It's fine. This thing is okay. Interesting. So it doesn't have to keep it in a shared variable. I mean, in a global variable, it just can call it this way because it's a singleton, and so is getting, you know, is that guy. Okay, fine. I mean, cool. This we don't need anymore. And yeah, this is fine. So okay. You are good. Don't worry, YouTube is fine. Okay. YouTube is fine. No, I don't want to turn it off because, you know, I'm spending my time in chasing bots is not something I want to do, right? I prefer not to. Okay, so we can call this. Well, maybe we should have called at least. We can give it a name that is not just start, but maybe it's HTTP start and HTTP stop, so at least we know what the hell we are calling. But yeah, apart from that, I think as soon as we receive a message, right, we can actually print it out and then stop it. Which is kind of cool. Why is doing this? Why is returning an empty response? Yeah, probably because it doesn't need to send anything back. Okay, nice. But you could send a response. Yeah, you could send a response. So that's fairly good. I think there would be a third method probably, which is pure socket, but I think this to me is good enough. Assuming that the HTTP server is not consuming too much CPU, I think we are good. I think so. Okay, anyway. What I wanted to do, yes, I wanted to just print out that we reached this, and then we can HTTP stop after that, but I just would like to print out something, and then maybe we can print out a bit of this request, right? So I don't know exactly what we can do, but I think we can get parameters like that guy was doing. The guy was getting parameters here. Was getting, for example, right, request body, request, get request JSON body. I mean, okay. Because the request is not just, it's a bit more complex than a string, Bro, with the fact that this guy is not able to include stuff, I cannot freaking... There is a raw body, but yeah, we cannot use it this way. So I think we have to convert it to a JSON string anyway. The path parameters. You think that this is okay, but yeah, pretty much this is the way to do it. This is the way to do it. So we get our request. So yeah. This is pretty much the way to do it. I mean, we can pass in like CMD, right? And we can have an F string, which is our CMD, and that's it. So it is basically reading a parameter called CMD from the URL, and that's it. So if then I call that, yeah, exactly. Let me try to compile a second and see what happens. I have never seen a bot on Twitch. What the hell? Are you serious? Most of the streams are botted. I mean, like, the majority of the streams have fake viewers and majority are bots. HTTP server request undeclared identifier. Annoying. You know what? I can put all of this in the H file and GG. I don't know why Visual Studio doesn't see it. It's so stupid. It compiles success, but ouch. Ouch. Didn't like my include, huh? Nah, it didn't like it at all. Why? It didn't like this at all. Before the generated, But it must be before the generated. Generated must be always the last one. Maybe it doesn't want it this way. But I think if I do this, it will not work. We can try. Exactly. Why doesn't like this includes to be here? Why? 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 Don't worry about it, it will be declared. Don't worry. Don't worry. Why is giving me a syntax error in this HTTP server module? Because this is not the way to do it, huh? I need to include the module the right way, huh? But then why this guy is including, I don't know. Let me see the CS build. CS build. There it is. HTTP server. I mean, all of this. Without that, I think we cannot do it. Because our build is not. Oh, you can put it in another line. Yes, I think I like it way more this way. Because that's becoming insanely long. Okay, I think like this is probably better. Because the Unreal Engine build auto-generation thingy is now picking up those modules directly. Strings are for casuals. No way. No way. I'm too used to library classes, you know, and oh yeah, sorry. Now he's complaining because I have this. So probably the includes are not even needed. Brah! Okay. We go back and forth, but at the end we will win, I tell you. At the end we will win. We are going back and forth between these two things, but at the end, at the very, very end, we will win. Fuck. Cannot open util web util? Why? Util web, because util web util was a thing of this guy. No? No. Yeah. Was a thing of this guy that we don't have. What's this web util doing, by the way? Web util was doing, I don't know, was binding some stuff, but it's all useless stuff. Create handler. It was having no, it's needed then. Crap. We need the world class then. Oh my god, are you serious? Why so complex? I think we can do it way simpler than this, but yeah, it is very clean, but The web util, no. The web util, no. Okay. Yeah, we need to import the class, or we need to simplify. Because actually I didn't realize that this get request JSON, I thought that this wasn't a real class, but it's not. It was part of that library. So the request JSON thingy, but even the bind? Oh my god, even the bind, bro. Even the bind is in that library. No, I mean I can copy it, but what is this thing doing? What is this thing doing? Check if HTTP path is valid. What do you mean? Is valid? It's a virtual URL. What do you mean is valid? It cannot be invalid. Invalid? Ah, because it's not bound? Oh my god. No, we are bounding it here. I don't know. I don't understand. Bind route. Create handler. Bro. Oh my god. Bind route. Please tell me what is the syntax. No. Why doesn't it like me? I don't understand why. Oh wait. Because a share pointer, I need to do a get. No, it should be possible, no? No? Why doesn't see? IntelliSense is not working on this class for whatever reason. Super annoying. Why? Why? You can see it. Why is not working on this thing? Why? Anyway, bind route is HTTP path, server request verb, which we know is a get, and the handler. And the handler is created. Yeah, I think we should import this web util, and that's it. What license? I think this was MIT license, right? If I remember right, because I checked it, it was MIT, so we can copy it as we want, or no? Readme doesn't even have a license. Doesn't even have a license, so I think it's fine. It's just provided as an example, so it should be okay. Yeah, probably it's easier if we just import that web util and we reuse it, because actually there is quite a bit of reasoning into this. So it's binding to a route, and so which allows you to do your server / you know, and then command, and then is also transforming. This I'm a bit surprised though, that we need a function to get the JSON file that is not Unreal ready. Okay, but anyway, I think I can finish it, but I think we got the idea, right? So we can, with this method, we can based on this. I think with this method, what we can do. So now we have two ways, right? We have the WebSocket way, which basically we can connect to a WebSocket, and we can have another client, which can also be an Unreal client, or anything else that speaks WebSockets that connects here, and then it sends the message. And it is actually bi-directional, right? Can go both ways, which is pretty cool. But then, or we have what we created now, which just with few changes it would work. I'm pretty positive. Which basically is an HTTP server, right? An HTTP server inside Unreal, right? And here you just register the port, and then here obviously this one is one directional somehow. Well, is the call is one directional, and then there is a result, right? So, but yeah, and here we can go through web browser or through whatever, right? So anything they can call a URL, right? So we call a URL and we get our, and if you want, we can also get our response back, right? So, yeah. I think it's very good that Unreal has the HTTP server embedded. I'm just a bit surprised that I need to do this binding all manual, right? But it's okay. I mean, it's fine. I think we can do that. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Okay, guys, I think I'm going. It's past midnight, and but we investigated a bit. I will rename the stream. Obviously, we didn't work on destructible objects, so I will rename it to WebSocket and HTTP. But it was a good reasoning. At least we understand now what are the possibilities. Maybe there are more. I think one thing that I didn't really look at too much are online systems, online subsystems. My face is again completely fucked up. Yeah, whenever I move on the chair up or down. Whenever I move up or down the chair, my face, my eyes close or whatever. But yeah, it's but I think we know, yeah, we know these two methods. There may be another one with online subsystems, but yeah, I think it's good. Tomorrow, I don't know if tomorrow we will continue a bit of this or we will go with destructible object. But I really wanted to investigate this thing. But maybe it's enough as an investigation. I will think about it. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow evening. Have a good night. If you want to click on follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, that would be nice. And also if you want to support us, we have a Patreon website, which is patreon.com/planeshift. And the links are in the description below. Also remember that our game is playable. So you can just go here. We just released the new version, 0737. Yay. You can go to download now and play it right now. It's available. Whee. Okay? See you guys. Have a good night. Bye bye.